And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. He's got it. Bulldozes his way through. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Left side, Wesco makes the grab. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Davidson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. They've been running it, but now the pass. Firing to the right, complete. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Offensively, it's first down. I can take the sack. It wasn't a huge loss. I'm still in a good situation. I got second and goal. A lot of positive things still to come. The whole playbook's still at my disposal.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
And here's a good lesson for a lot of young receivers out there watching this game. You've got to create separation against man-to-man coverage. You've got to run away from the defender and come back to the football. That's what that receiver did on that play.
Looking for space, it's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, the defense...
Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. At the 30. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
This offense has it with really good field position. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll run it again. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the 1st quarter. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
North Carolina will call its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback keeper. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And then that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they could put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
It's complete to the right.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Give to the running back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They're now up 9-0.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. He wants to go deep. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
After the misfire, it's third down. Quarterback may change this route. He tries to take the top off. He's got it way down the field.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
It in with one hand. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Oh, you want to talk about catch radius, the big soft hands, it's like throwing it into a giant pillow.
And it's so nice for the quarterback, Reese, to know he doesn't have to put that right on his face mask. He's got an athletic tight end with crazy eye-hand coordination that can make plays like that.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
On the option, power football with the run. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
You gotta like the creativity of this offense. Not to just run the option, but how about using the tight end as the pitch man? They catch the defense off guard. They're ready for the quarterback, but when they give it to the big fella, he does the rest, and he punches it in for a touchdown.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Dances away to buy time. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it. Came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He uncorks a bullet to the right. Leaping grab for a big gain. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's throwing interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Davidson. Got enough for the first. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3, and that defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
On the move, he fires. He makes a catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Throws it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's Missouri getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course, so how they handle things from here will define this program.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media
snags it, and he's open. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Got a little space. Runs through the tackle. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Finding some room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Edwards. Makes a grab. Touchdown, UNC! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. They boot it away. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. On the ground, it's Jackson. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and long. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. At the 35, he's open. All out of space. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Motion from the back. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. Inside. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. To the air, it's Edwards. They're working that left side. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Making side adjustments here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just keep swinging it. Time to take a shot. Makes a deep grab. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
They'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Edwards. He spins that thing down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They booted away on 4th down. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught him and getting him on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's got great speed. There he goes. Open it up. And he loses the football on the return. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. If you're not making a miss, you've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run it. It's Jackson. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
coming into this game, they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house for the 6 to finish it. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires on the move. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the...
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled his way into the end zone. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Jackson. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The option look. Now the pitch. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Right on the money. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He fires a bullet to the right. Pulls it in. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Looking for the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, UNC! With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Send out the offense to go to work. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a two-possession game. They must get something here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Wesco's got it.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
At the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Send the tight end in motion. Right back to it. Fights off a defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Hall. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just feeds the running back. This time he'll be stopped behind the line, and they'll pretty much give back what they just gained. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Looking to pass. It's Reynolds. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Clemson jumps to the line.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to go right back downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. He dialed up a beauty on that last one. It got him inside the red zone. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 16. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Touchdown, Tigers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. At the end of that play, whistle's blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. The run inside. It's French. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
There's some room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well. Inside the 35. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They want that clock to run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's French. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing number. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Johnson. Turning it on. He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. Okay, Justy, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 20.
That's how you end a football game. Nice job. You put the ball in your best player's hand. Let him go. Play. I know he runs out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. This ball game is over.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. And this is exactly the start that they'd envisioned. Get out of the gate, go 3-0, start to make your mark on this season.
They just got to keep riding the momentum. This team has looked so good so early this year. Nothing seems to faze them at all. David, very, very confident bunch moving forward.
Dang right, I'm confident in what I see. Good start, good team. You could tell they got something special. I know it's early, and there's a lot of time to come down the road, but so far this definitely looks like one of the best teams in college football.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.